Namaste, you're watching Pilot Media bringing you the top stories of today. The Election Commission has allotted the whistle symbol to Actor Vijay's party Tamaraga Vetri Kazhagam for the 2026 Tamil Nadu Assembly elections. Congress leader Praveen Chakravarti welcomed the decision online, saying the whistle has been blown for 2026, a remark that drew criticism from rival Dravidian party leaders. TVK is now formally set for its first major electoral contest. Ahead of the 2026 Tamil Nadu Assembly elections, the Amma Makkal Munnetra Kazhagam led by TTV Dinakaran has formally rejoined the NDA months after leaving the coalition in 2025. Dinakaran's return was announced after talks with senior BJP leaders including Union Minister Piyush Goyal, signaling a thaw in relations after differences with the AIADMK leadership. AIADMK General Secretary Edappadi K. Palaniswamy welcomed AMMK back and called for unity against the ruling TMK. The move was expected to strengthen the NDA's position in Tamil Nadu ahead of the elections. A row was erupted in Tamil Nadu after Governor R.N. Ravi walked out of the assembly without delivering a customary address prepared by the state government. The governor said he objected to parts of the speech, citing factual inaccuracies and protocol issues, including the national anthem. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin criticized the move as unconstitutional and said the governor cannot block the elected government's message in the assembly. The DMK then passed a resolution to treat the government's printed speech as officially delivered and announced it will seek a constitutional amendment to make the governor's address no longer mandatory to start assembly sessions in the future. The issue has once again brought focus on the limits of governor's role in state legislatures. A dispute has emerged in Karnataka between Governor Thawarchand Gehlot and the state government over the governor's address. The governor's address is traditionally delivered at the start of every assembly session and is written by the elected government. This time, Governor Gehlot objected to certain parts of the speech, especially those critical of central government policies, including rural employment schemes. The Karnataka government held discussions with the governor and warned that legal options could be considered if the speech was not delivered as prepared. The standoff came to a head when the session began. The governor attended the assembly but read only 2 lines of the address before leaving instead of delivering the full speech. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah criticized the move and warned of protests, saying the governor had violated constitutional norms. The Telangana phone taping case has taken a new turn, with investigators saying that senior BRS leader T. Harish Raw's phone was also taped. The case began after allegations surfaced that phones of politicians, officials and other officers were illegally monitored during the previous BRS government's tenure using state machinery. Harish Raw was called as a witness, but the special investigation team told him he was also a victim as his calls and messages were intercepted. The development raises serious questions about misuse of government machinery and violation of citizens' privacy. The Central Administrative Tribunal has stepped in over the delay in appointing West Bengal's Director General of Police, the state's top police officer. The problem began after the previous DJP retired in December 2023. Since then, Rajiv Kumar has been serving as acting DGP with no permanent appointment made. Under Supreme Court rules, the state should have sent a list of officers to the UPSC in advance, but it was sent only in July 2024, nearly 18 months late. When the delayed proposal reached the UPSC, it raised objections over procedural lapses and returned the panel, asking the state to seek legal clarity, citing concerns about fairness and transparency. Now, CAT has ordered the state to resend a fresh list within 48 hours, with a final shortlist due by January 29 to ensure the post is filled without further delay. There is uncertainty over whether IPL 2026 matches will be held in Bengaluru, as Royal Challengers Bengaluru has not yet confirmed playing at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. The Karnataka government has given conditional permission for matches to return, and the Karnataka State Cricket Association asked RCB to finalize the venue. However, RCB said there are still grey areas that need clarity before taking a final decision, especially related to fan safety and accountability. The stadium has remained closed for major matches since June 2025 after a deadly crowd crash during RCB's celebration that killed 11 people, leading to stricter safety rules. For fans, this means RCB's home matches could be shifted out of Bengaluru if these issues are not resolved in time. RCB's final decision is now awaited as the BCCI compares to confirm venues for IPL 2026. US President Donald Trump's proposed Board of Peace, which he says is aimed at helping resolve the Gaza Gaza conflict and other global disputes is seeing a split global response. A bloc of Muslim-majority countries including Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt, Jordan, Indonesia, Pakistan, Qatar and the UAE has agreed to join the board. However, several Western European nations such as France, Norway, Sweden, Slovenia have declined invitations, citing concerns that the body could weaken existing international institutions like the United Nations. This initiative is still in the proposal stage and its actual role in global diplomacy remains unclear. US President Donald Trump has withdrawn his threat to impose tariffs on European countries, saying a basic framework has been reached on future cooperation over Greenland and the Arctic. Earlier, Trump had warned of heavy tariffs after European nations opposed his push for greater US involvement in Greenland, raising fears of a trade conflict. Now calling the issue settled for now, Trump has cancelled the tariff threat. Denmark and Greenland, however, said Greenland is not for sale and remains under Danish sovereignty. With the tariff threat withdrawn, fears of a trade war have eased and markets have responded with a recovery in stocks and currencies. Thanks for watching. This is Pilot Media connecting you to the world.